Alright, going to night vision here. Oh shit. Well, I think it says it's charging my battery as I'm filming. You know, my smartphone really doesn't care for that. Well, before it turns off, okay. I'm just going to throw some words out there. I'm not going to really try to define them right now. Okay, so here's some words. Let's start with the most basic word. Logic. Logic. Okay, after that is what? You have a query. You put questions into the query. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. After a query, you have a hypothesis. After that, you have a postulate. Am I forgetting something? Once you've come up with enough postulates, you can then create a theory. A theory is not a methodology, nor is methodology a concept. And those are not processes either. Those are all separate ideas. And they're all part of intellectual debate, whether it's self-debate or debate with other people. Are we missing something? Kind of. So, never heard anybody in Congress talking about that. They're either keeping it to themselves. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm being a bit overmuch. Yeah, true. Because it's tiring. They don't talk about, intellectual concepts. Actually, ideas, excuse me. Those are all under the umbrella of ideas. Right, the general term for all of that. Ideas. Ideation. Okay, so where would we stop off at? Concepts, right. So, then we have knowledge. So you put together enough skills, and then you create a knowledge base for something. So that means it's working. It's not just regurgitating facts. It is working knowledge. But we don't have to say that. We say it's knowledge. Those ideas are filled with procedures, processes, sometimes protocol to form your base of knowledge for a particular topic. Right. I try to avoid subject because subjective, that just doesn't make any sense. I mean, we should discard that completely. That idea that we call something a subject. We don't have subjects in school. We have topics. And we have knowledge. We have knowledge of science, knowledge of grammar, knowledge of English, art studies. Yeah. Words are so very, very important. You could say the necessity is ubiquitous. There's another word for that, right? So the necessity for ubiquity, omnipresence, yeah. So knowledge, vocabulary and proper definitions should be omnipresent. in our schools and in our civilization? True. Uh, Other things to look out for are things like, getting into other things that I think are unhelpful. On the other side of that are paradigms and contraptions. Now, I've thought about it. Is there anything other than a paradigm? No. We just have different types of paradigms that are going on, and these form contraptions that we use to locate ideas into other places that they should never be located. Yeah. So the contraption is what gets us there. What does it propel us along? No. Well, when I say propel, I'm talking about will to power. I'm not talking about a way to trick, deceive, commutator, use a commutator, like just to brush arguments. So that's an interesting one. Brushstrokes. So what would that be? Commutators. Those are tricky. How do we get the commutators out of our mind? Stop using brushstrokes on things that allow us to be fluid rather than steady state in our thinking. Well, maybe that's a concept for some other time. But, will there ever be utopia? No. But we can have utopia within ourselves, I believe. It's a belief because, it is a hope that people would use the practice of logic, trapping logic, forming ethics and maxims, rather than, and using, that's all within steady state thinking, and then rather than prevailing rationale. 2,000 years, actually more than that, 3,000 years of written history or more, and yet, as one government instituted a necessity for logic, just a simple statement, the the government shall always obey logic. That's 5. The other one was 6. Oh, my memory, But yeah, so we probably had government for much longer than that. It's just not recorded. But I'm going to guess, educated guess. Not one government said, hey, materialism, what we see and what we feel, our senses, if it really can't be proven, should it be used? Should we use anything that's not proven to have causality? That's interesting. Okay, in court, yeah, in court we can get there, but in legislation, it's just, it's a 3 sheets to the wind. Yeah. And of course, I'm going off on the same thing over and over again, but you have to, because it all leads back to the fundamentals of thought. There's no way to get around it. So, gonna preach, hopefully teach some people by lecture. Okay, some people are gonna be in my area where I'm speaking. Okay, so gonna bash on PragerU a bit. They said you know, Christianity has coexisted with materialism. Really? Christianity has held hostage the people that desire the government to obey logic and only logic. And that is the truth. Christianity, religion, has never coexisted with science, ever. Thank you.